So I went around with the supports that I've been putting in, and I was going to do the whole thing and then put the trusses up and then kind of jack it up and then, you know, level it out. But I'm glad I didn't. But I put the patio stone down because now I'm just trying to find a level for that so that I can continue, because I have these 3 trusses ready to go up, but while I was moving the other one I broke a weld over there, so I'm going to fix that. And then over here I put these cross members in here, these little braces. So I felt that this was needed in order to make it a lot more rigid. So I got one there and one over there, and this was the most level, the most square, this particular truss, so I will start from there. So the big thing is to get this corner really squared up, get it tightened down, try to find a couple of these pipes that actually belong, and just tighten it up. And then once that's done, and it'll just be so easy to just keep going right down the line until I'm done. I'm not far, I just need a really good day of work and weather and people. So I'm doing this by myself today, and it just happens to be 7 degrees out here in southern Ontario. And yeah, so I'm out here. I'm gonna try and get some of this work done. I'm gonna do the digging now, get that out of the way, make sure I do it differently this time, and it all should work out. So we got the tractor out here today, and it's -4, snowing a little bit, wind's not so bad. Trevor's over there giving me a hand. We're gonna get these 3 trusses up right here. and then I'll show you when we're all finished up here. Okay, there's the first one, and it showed how far I was out down there, so we're gonna go on to the second one. All right, let's get number 2 up. Number 2. And now we're headed, I'm just gonna set up number 3, and then we're good for the day. Oh, it's so nice to see that many up there now. It really starting to look like a greenhouse. Definitely seeing some progress, and there's no more better motivation than seeing progress. And that only took, I don't know, half an hour maybe, 40 minutes. Now I just gotta mess around with it. And I got 3 more to go at the end there. But I was glad to get all this done. So next week, a little bit more set up, and then 3 more, and the basic skeleton is done. And then I can start finding the pipes to start attaching to really solidify it. Plus more of those cross members right there. I'm gonna put a bunch of them all the way along to really tighten it up. I'm down to my last section here, but I don't know when I'm gonna get it done because it's so cold. The ground is frozen, and this one here, this corner piece here has to go low, just like the other ones kind of did, because on this side we're sitting on a high spot here, so just like that. So these will wait right now. I'm going to get the hardware together, which is in a bucket, which is frozen to the ground, and try to get it out of there, and I'm going to take it in and start sorting it so I can start getting other pieces together. So in our tree line here, right near the house, so the house is just over here, my brother give me a hand. We're going to clean up this spot because there's wild raspberries in here. So the wild raspberries, and you can see them, they're all right in front of you. I mean, some really healthy canes, but this old apple tree fell down in the wind. So we're just going to trim it up, and then I'm just going to let the log kind of rot there because it's kind of good for the ground. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to clean up the perimeter around here, and then just let raspberries grow here. So we'll see more in the spring. So we're done for this weekend, but definitely I'm looking into buying a shredder or a chipper so I can get all of this wood chipped into here. And like I said, this is like a wild raspberry patch, and I know wild raspberries are kind of small, but they're delicious if you get enough of them. Make some great jam. But there's tons of these canes here. You can see all these canes, right? Like, see all these canes here, and they go around here. So it's quite wide all the way around this tree. Unfortunately, the tree fell on a bunch of them, but I'm sure they'll spread up between it. I'm still cleaning out some of this so that the ground is a little easier to work with. But yeah, get some of the branches out of there. Oh, there's a little birdie in there. Look at that. You see the little bird? You see him? Oh, there he goes. So yeah, that's this is the raspberry part. Now over here, I took out some of these locust trees because they're just shading these fruit trees. I'm walking through spikes right here. So yeah, you can see this is just a big mess. But see, that's an apple tree right there, and those are 2 pears that are not growing too good because they had another tree. You can see the tree I took down right there. It was definitely shading it as well. Now if I get up there and I prune this apple tree, which will be in a coming video, I'm sure, you know, take off the limb right about there and there and there, and then definitely shorten it. Opened it up on the other side of it, so that's also gonna allow the light to come in a little bit better, and I made a little bit of a perimeter for it. So once we get all this out of here, I'll shred it up and use it where I need it, either in some of my garden or right here, and definitely over here by my raspberries, because this year I want to make sure that the weeds kind of stay under control. That's the whole idea, is we'll get some wood chips in here as mulch, and then I'll only put it around these raspberries and keep allowing these raspberries to propagate themselves, tip layering or or cane layering, or whatever they call it. I'm pretty sure it's tip layering. So there we go. So that's what I done today with my brother's help.